Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. We are in Grand Rapids at the Patterson Ice Arena. This is the 2024 Griff's Sled Hockey Classic, and we are in the East Rink. The junior sled wings are on the ice right now. You can see here, and the action has started, just starting the first part of the game, and we have a fun, full live stream here for you today. We got a lot of guests. My name's Chris Mills. I work on the marketing team here at Mary Freeba, and we've got Molly McKinney. She is a sports coordinator for Wheelchair and Adaptive Sports, and she's been putting on the show, getting everything ready, getting all the volunteers set up. Molly, how you feeling? The action has started, and we're here, and now you can actually just relax a little bit, right?
Yeah, maybe just relax a little. You know, we got the action started. We had 6 games last night. We've already got the first round of games started this morning, and yeah, we're excited for everyone to be here in Grand Rapids.
So walk me through some of the numbers of this too. This is a huge tournament, and it's it's one of the biggest in the region. How many teams do we have, and where are they all from?
So junior teams, we have 12 total junior teams, including 2 of ours. We have a junior team and we have a novice team. And then we have 13 total adult teams for the Heartland League. Sorry, we just had a goal. I got really excited.
And this was for, who was this? This was our team, right? Or not?
It was not our team.
Okay.
No.
So do you know who the juniors are playing?
Yeah, they're playing the Worcester Wildcats.
Okay. Got it. And we got to also give a shout out. We got Maria down on the ice. We're going to put her camera up close so you can get a little more in the action right here. Okay. So we've got 25 teams in 3 different divisions, right? Walk me through some of that again.
Yeah, 3 different divisions for each. So we have novice, Tier 1 and Tier 2 for the juniors, and then Tier 1, 2, and 3 for the Heartland League Championships.
And this is actually their league championships too, right? So a lot at stake here, not just bragging rights.
Yeah, so the Heartland League is our adult league that we're in, and in order to qualify for the championships, you have to play in a certain number of games. I believe it's 4 over the course of the season. And yeah, they're just here after the team results, they got divided into 3 tiers, and yeah, they're all hoping to work for that championship.
And we're going to be talking to some athletes and some parents later on, but sled hockey is such a great action-packed sport, and it's for certain types of people that play. So they might have a disability or a limb difference on the lower extremity. Walk me through maybe some of the background of some of the players that are on the teams.
Yeah, so I would say that when we with our teams, the juniors, you have to have a physical disability. So it can be anything from spina bifida to a limb difference, spinal cord injury is what we see the most. We do have a couple athletes with mild cerebral palsy. Mm-hmm. And then the adults is very similar. We do have a lot of athletes with spina bifida. In the Heartland League, you're actually allowed to play with up to 3 rostered able-bodied individuals as well.
Okay. And so that's 3 on the ice at once, or just on the whole team?
3 on the roster.
On the roster, okay.
Yep, and you can't have the goalie be.
Okay, got it. And so in the juniors team both teams have had really successful years, but just recently the junior team had put some hardware with their team, right?
Yeah, in 2022, our junior team won the Tier 1 national championships. It was really exciting for these players. So it was it was incredible. And
nationals are coming up too, right? That's in April that the team will be going.
The end of April. They're traveling to the Philadelphia area.
So we got another score by the Boosters, right? Yeah. Now, you guys travel about to an outside tournament once a month, right? So that's got to be really involved for these athletes, and they're playing and they're practicing every week. What's it like for them? What do they get out of these tournaments, and the way that they're able to just experience this competitive sport and to grow as a team and as an individual?
You know, just like able-bodied athletics, it's that team camaraderie and the team building and all the lessons that you learn from being a part of sports. I mean, these kids grow up so much from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. It's just very awesome to see their growth and their friendships that they build, and being around people that are like them is just such an exciting part of being on a team, right?
And tell me a little bit too about the novice. Like, how young are these athletes? And then the juniors, they range between a kind of a bigger range too.
Yeah, so we actually have a program that is our future sled wings. So they can start as young as 4 or 5, depending on the kid. And we do invite them to be part of the novice team if they want for some of the tournaments, especially this home one. And then the juniors actually are huge range from like 7 up to 18. So that novice team is really like more of the elementary to middle school age, and then like middle school to high school age for the junior team.
And are some of these athletes, like, have they played other adaptive sports before coming to do this, or is this their first time getting into an adaptive sport?
So I'm sorry.
Like, a lot of these athletes, are they multi-sport athletes? Do they play other ones, or is this the first time they're kind of stepping their toe into an adaptive sport?
We do have a couple brand new athletes, which is pretty cool. I mean, even at the adult level, we have a couple new athletes. But we're really hoping that we can get more people involved in some of our new summer sports for juniors. So, but a lot of our novice players this is their first season with us.
That's awesome. That's exciting. And so, before I let you go, walk me through too, for someone who's never seen sled hockey, and walk me through like how the sport is different from traditional hockey. I can see them sitting in the sleds, but walk me through there's 2 blades there, right? And especially the sticks. I think that's really important.
Yeah, so you can see that they're obviously sitting in sleds. There's actually 2 blades there. So it's still similar to able-bodied hockey, where there's 2 blades, but depending on their skill level, it can like get wider and shorter. And then of course, instead of 1 stick, there's 2 sticks. And those sticks are like a shortened hockey stick, and then they have pegs, like little picks at the side of it. And even the goalies, you can see that they move, and they have a pick to be able to move with their stick as well. So other than that, like, there's 1 special penalty that is you can't T-bone, and it's similar rules other than that, which is pretty exciting. Still very fast. Juniors can't be full contact, but the adults do have contact allowed.
Okay. Yeah. And how has the juniors team been this year? How they've been doing in the competition? Having good results so far this year?
They're doing pretty well. I mean, they're obviously in tier 1 here. We're actually going to compete at the tier 2 level at nationals.
Okay.
And so yeah, they've been holding their own with some of these tier 1 teams. So it's pretty exciting. We're a little bit of a rebuilding year, but we're definitely still being successful.
So they're normally tier 2, but right now they're playing at tier 1. So a lot of this competition is going to be more experienced and kind of higher level, I don't want to say.
So a lot of these teams that we saw over the course of the season, but we definitely, out of all the teams that registered, fit better in the tier 1 for this tournament.
Okay.
Than tier 2. So, but Natch is a little bit different.
Yeah. Well, excellent. Well, Molly, I want to give you a big shout out to you and all the team and all the volunteers that helped put this on. It is really exciting to come here every year and to see the action. And we're seeing it right now. Maria's on the ice getting, there's a good steal right there. So Molly, we're going to let you go. If you want to grab, I think let's bring in Alex, one of our adult athletes, to come join us here.
I will grab Alex.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. So you are watching a live stream. We are here from Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation, and we are live at the 2024 Griff Sled Hockey Classic. We've got 25 teams from around the U.S. here competing from 8 different states. And we got some more action over here. And we've got another guest. We're going to bring him in. We've got Alex from the adult team. I'm going to bring you in on the camera here. I'm going to grab this microphone right here, kind of get it right up on your face like you're eating it. And then you can just look at me or look out on the ice. It's totally fine. Really laid back here. So, Alex, why don't you just introduce yourself and tell me what position you play on the adult team?
Hi, my name is Alex. I play goalie for the adult sled wings team. This is my first year playing, but I'm enjoying every single second of it.
So first year, and you got thrown right into goalie. Do you have experience playing goalie, or how did you get picked for that? You just don't mind having pucks fly at you?
So this is my first year playing hockey goalie. I've never been on the ice before ever in my life. I'm raised from the South, so okay. I'm never close to it. But I do Mary Free Bed's wheelchair lacrosse as well.
Oh, awesome.
So I play that, and I've been doing that for, I think, about 4 or 5 years now. And I've been their goalie. And then they needed a goalie, so I was just like, hey, like I want to try out sled hockey. How can I do? And they told me I can try it out, and I love it ever since.
That is awesome. And you guys have a game later today. Did you guys play last night? Did you guys play last night?
Yes, we played last night. It was a little bit of a rough situation. Indy kind of set the mood, and we just kind of keep up with it. But I'm hoping that today we can progressively get better and better and kind of take this win against Cincinnati. So that's what I'm looking for.
Awesome. And so, I mean, I want to ask, like, how similar is lacrosse, wheelchair lacrosse, and wheelchair hockey? Do you see any similarities?
Yeah, so I kind of play unorthodox a little bit. So what I do is technically I'm supposed to be playing reverse. So I'm supposed to be playing with my stick in my left hand, glove in my right hand. But because of how I play with lacrosse, I hold my stick up. So because I hold my stick up like that, I have my glove hand here, my stick hand down here.
Okay.
So I have a very, very strong stick hand, my glove hand. Because of where I hold my stick in lacrosse, I play exactly like I'm playing lacrosse. Now, obviously, pucks and lacrosse balls are a different size, different color, and I'd much rather get hit by a hockey puck than a lacrosse ball, in all honesty. But there's a lot of similarities, mainly the movement. But besides that, I'm a lot of similarities there.
That's awesome. And so, tell me too. So everybody that plays, we've got a lot of able-bodied that play on the adult team. But there's only 3. So tell me, what's your reason why you play adaptive? Sorry, I'll talk a little louder. Tell me why you play adaptive sports. What is maybe your lower limb extremity disability?
So I play adaptive sports because when I was younger, I've never had the opportunity. I never had, like, I was born with a whole bunch of disabilities. My everything kind of like got worse. Like I was born with a calcium deficiency, so my bones are weaker. I have lower energy. Everything kind of sucks. So I couldn't do all the cool sports. I couldn't play football. I couldn't play any of that. And I wanted to do something. And then I remember back when I was in high school, I begged my mother for a while to let me play lacrosse because I was told if I play goalie, I can just kind of stand there. I don't have to move around. Yeah. And she was like, okay, fine. As long as they provide the pads for the program, they extra protect you. And so I played that. I liked it. And I fell in love with it. And then I ran into Murray, who's the coach for Mary Freebeds, and he introduced me to wheelchair lacrosse, and that was the first time I felt accepted because I didn't have to hide my disability from anybody. And like I have my disabilities is calcium deficiency, but I also had a virus that ate away my nerves and muscles, and so I have a lot of nerve and muscle damage going out through my entire body. Hurts all the time, and I have all these problems with my kidneys, all this. So a lot of things that you can't see on the surface. Yeah. But for the first time, I feel accepted by my team. I don't have to hide things from my team. My high school team, they're like, okay, why didn't you run that up? Why didn't you run this up? And I don't want to tell them that that's why. Yeah. But now I don't have to worry about it because people understand on the team. Yeah. So it's more for a feeling of being accepted. And I do feel accepted with Mary Freebeds greatly.
That's awesome. And have you made friends from the team now, like new people that you're hanging out with outside when you're not playing?
Oh, yeah. I for sure made a whole bunch of friends. So we go out quite often to like events and stuff like that with each other, and kind of just like we'll go out for dinner, team events, go out to we have a whole bunch of birthday parties for like our teammates lately that we've been going to like outside of practice. And obviously my big role has been recruiting people for the lacrosse team. Yep. So I've been kind of like using that, making sure people want to play lacrosse. Because no matter what, lacrosse is always on my mind, even though it's hockey season.
And when does lacrosse season start?
Lacrosse season starts in Molly would know the answer better than me, but I think it's May, I think it's like end of May, June area. So, but I'm excited for it. But right now, obviously, hockey's my number one priority, getting everything straightened up and pushing forward. So
excellent. Well, I want to thank you so much, Alex, for chatting with us today. Really appreciate it. And good luck out there. You guys play at 11. And once again, this is Alex. He is the goalie for the adult junior Sled Wings. And they'll be playing today at 11. They've got games for both the adults, juniors, and novice that are playing here in Patterson Ice Arena. We got a little bit of a break here in the action. So thanks so much, Alex. I appreciate it. So once again, this is Mary Freebed, and we are highlighting the wheelchair and adaptive sports program. And they have their sled wing tournament. It is the Griff's Sled Hockey Classic 2024. We are in Patterson Ice Arena in Grand Rapids off 28th Street, and we've got a little break in the action. It is 3-0 for the juniors. They're down, but I can see Coach Kaz over there giving some good advice, talking to them right now. We're looking on strategy. They've got their national tournament that they're going to be coming up to here in the beginning of April. And so this is a free to the public event. You can come out and watch some of the action. They will be playing till 8 o'clock tonight, and then tomorrow, Sunday, they'll be playing, I think it's 8 in the morning to about 2 in the afternoon. So we're going to work on getting our next guests. We've got a member of the Grand Rapids Griffins Youth Foundation. They're going to be talking with us. We're also going to be chatting with one of the novice team. So we got a parent and one of the novice members who is new to playing this year. We're going to get them coming up here in just a minute to play. Okay, we are back after a short little break. We've got our next guests ready. We're going to add them to the stage here. We've got, and there you guys are. We've got Brandon and Charlotte Lindsay. Lindsay is new to the novice team. Thank you guys for joining us in the conversation. If I can just have you guys introduce yourself and just say how long you guys have been here in Grand Rapids and playing sled hockey.
I am Brandon, also known as Charlotte's dad to pretty much everybody else and her friends. I actually grew up here in Michigan, but we just moved here last August from Texas, and she's been a part of the team since the beginning of the season, and a part of adaptive sports this is her 3rd year.
So Charlotte, what do you think of adaptive sports? So I hear you've been playing hockey, but you've also been playing other sports too, right?
What?
Oh, what other sports do you play?
Running and track and throwing and swimming.
Oh, awesome. Track and field. That is so great. And so what do you think of sled hockey? What do you think of playing it?
I think it's very fun and adaptive helps.
Yeah, the adaptive swim helps with it too. So I understand you have a prosthetic leg, right? How big is that? Is it like up to your knee or a little higher?
It's up to my knee.
Okay.
It's like right here too.
Is that something you got when you were older, or that happened when you were younger?
When I was young.
Okay.
When I was a baby.
Yeah. So Brandon, what's it like seeing Charlotte just be active in all these different sports? And I bet when she was younger, you didn't know if much of this was going to be possible, right?
Yeah. To be honest, we didn't know what was out there until about 3 years ago. We saw a poster for track and field, an adaptive track meet in Oklahoma. And she said she wanted to do that. So we found out a way to get there, and that's what we did. But when she was born, she had what was called fibular hemilia. Short, we just called it FH.
FH.
And they amputated her right leg. She's a right leg below the knee amputee.
Okay.
So she was born with that condition. So at 13 months, they amputated. It wasn't at the time. It was a pretty big deal for our family.
Yeah, that.
But also, we haven't treated her any different. And then just to see her thrive and be able to do all the things that she does do, that it doesn't matter who she's around or who she's with, whether it's able-bodied sports or adaptive sports. But this lets her be a part of a team and be around other kids that are like her, as she would say. And she has a lot of friends that we all like to be a part of a team, and that's where she got everything from, and it's just been awesome. We wouldn't change it for anything.
Charlotte's going to give us a little solo, right? Do a little singing for us today too?
You can sing.
No, I was humming.
What?
Humming.
I was humming.
Oh, you're
gosh,
humming? All right.
So Charlotte, tell me, do you like your team? Have you made any new friends on the team?
Only JJ.
Jay's your friend. Nice. And then do you have a position? Do you play more offense or defense when you play?
I play at left wing.
Left wing. Okay, even more advanced than me. I like it.
All right.
So, Charlotte, have you scored any goals yet today? I mean, this your career playing sled hockey.
Not really.
Not really. No. See, that's probably not
You
me.
got
Not
more
even,
hits than you do goals, don't you?
Yeah. Nice. And so, is this out of all the sports you played, is sled hockey one of your favorite?
No, only running.
Running is your favorite.
Running's your
Nice.
favorite.
Nice.
What's
And-
your second favorite? Minus horses.
Fine.
No?
Sled hop.
Sled
Sled
hockey.
hockey.
Awesome. And how was the game this morning? How'd you play?
Good.
Good. And you guys have more games later today?
Yeah, 2 more.
2 more. Awesome. And are
We'll
you
be-
excited? Are you guys going to be, did you travel at all with the team this year? Go to other places?
We went to Detroit,
Nice.
but we do a lot of our traveling during track season.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to prioritize that
Yeah.
because travel can be expensive. But the good
So-
thing is the team helps out with some of this stuff, right? They help with that with equipment
Absolutely.
and make it easy. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah,
So-
without organizations like Mary Free Bed and other places that actually put on adaptive sports and give the kids a team to be on,
Yep.
we wouldn't have what we have today.
So speaking from as a parent and having a child that plays adaptive sports, what if the parent might be a little nervous or a little scared? What would you say to them to encourage them to take this chance and to get their child out there and try new experiences?
What I would suggest is to think on your childhood, to reflect and see, hey, what did I do when I was a child? Did I get to go play? Did I get to go outside? Did I have these teams? You know, whether it was competitive or just recreational, we all had something that we went outside and did, or we had somewhere to go to do. And there's the same opportunity should be there for everybody.
Yeah.
And if you're nervous about it, that's okay. We all started somewhere, and we all only know as much as we know.
Yeah.
But there are organizations. There's lots of resources that are readily available, but they only stay readily available if they get used. So to keep things like sled hockey, adaptive sports, and everything around, we have to use those resources, and we have to continue to grow it. Because if we don't grow it, then there's nothing for the next generation of adaptive athletes, and whether that's competitive or recreational. But I would say reach out. Social media is a fantastic place to
Yeah.
start. You can just look up adaptive, or you can look up anything. Endeavor Games is a great place to start. Move United's a great place
Yep.
to go to. There's so many resources that a lot of parents just don't know aren't readily available that you can get, and reach out to, just come to events like this, talk
Yep.
to people.
Awesome. Well, Brandon, I really appreciate you chatting with us today and talking about your daughter and playing with the novice team and encouraging parents to get their kids out there. So appreciate you talking. Good luck
Absolutely.
out there, Charlotte, for your next game, and knock some people over, right?
What? Maybe?
maybe, yeah.
All right.
Only mean to the start.
Yeah,
Oh, you only mean sometimes?
only sometimes. Yeah. Well, awesome.
All right.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you
sir.
guys. Yeah, thank you guys very much. So we are still here on the live stream. We are talking about the Griffins sled hockey tournament. We are here in Grand Rapids at the Patterson Ice Arena. The Grand Rapids Sled Wings. We are here recording and being live streamed here during the game. We've got another about 17 minutes left in the juniors game. The score is now, what is it? I think it's 0-4, 0-5. Quite the action-filled game. Juniors are working hard. We're doing our best to cover some of the action here. We've been talking to different guests, getting to know the sled wings in wheelchair and adaptive sports. And our next guest that we're going to bring in here is we're going to bring in Kevin from the Grand Rapids Griffins Youth Foundation to talk a little bit about the support and how their organization partners with Mary Free Bed and Rings for a Link to help support the sled wings team, the adult, the juniors, and the novice team. So I misspoke. I thought we got Kevin. He's coming up after this, but we've got an awesome guest here that's going to be joining us. We have some of the coaches of the novice team. We've got Leo and Trace. This is a father-son duo, right?
Yes,
I mean,
correct.
is hockey in your blood, or is this something you guys just kind of started having fun together with?
Well, he played hockey before I did, but he kind of brought it into my life from a very young age. About I think I was about 3, 4, started
Yep,
playing.
you start skating. Yeah.
Always had a stick in my hands all the time, so very much deeply in my life for sure.
Yeah.
And then Leo, I mean, you work in this field as well too. So you work for Caroline, and
Yeah.
you remind me the exact like title and stuff that you do.
Oh, my job, I am a custom seating specialist.
Got it.
So I build custom wheelchair seating for some of my players. Not all of them need it, but other just for wheelchair users altogether.
So I mean, like, there's a lot of people who volunteer in this that have love for the sport, but you came into it probably for the love of the people as well, right? Am I speaking for you?
Yeah, I love hockey. I played when I was younger. And like Trace said, I kind of put my kids into it. All 4 of my kids played hockey at one point. So it was a lot of fun. So
And I mean, just you guys are involved as people helping out the athletes and involved from a career. What's it like seeing you guys are coaching the novice? So these are the youngest little guys out there playing. We were just talking to Charlotte, new to the team. Like, what's it like seeing these kids as they're learning more about their body and learning about the sport? What's it like working with them?
Well, you got to remember that they're really young and they don't have the attention span that, high schoolers have for the game. So it's really like making sure that they're having fun and enjoying it rather than, teaching them entirely how to play the game. So we really focus on, playing games, but kind of strategically implementing like spreading out and, the rules and making sure that they're, kind of learning it, but still trying to enjoy the game first.
Yeah.
And fall in love with it.
Along with what Trace said, I love just watching them develop. Some of the junior team kids that are playing right now were on the novice a couple years ago when we first started, and to watch them progress to get to this level and compete at the next level up in juniors is awesome. But they have, as long as we have fun, especially with these little kids, they just love playing, and it's just been a lot of fun. It's been fun for me to watch him coach really well.
Yeah.
It's funny to have the kids say hi to me at the rink and then go, "Hey, where's Trace?"
Yeah, Leo's the afterthought afterwards,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. But that's okay.
Yeah. So, and then Trace, I see your gear, so you must play hockey as well, too, right?
Yeah, I'm a junior at Kennewick Hills, and I've been playing. I played last year as my first year as a sophomore, and then I just played the second year, and that's been going pretty well.
Awesome. So, I mean, playing as an able body and then coaching adaptive, like, what do you see like bringing in the connection between the two sports? I mean, they're so similar. There's barely any rules that are different, but like, what's it like, and helping this just love of hockey? I mean, people who play hockey love hockey.
Yeah,
Yes.
for
Yeah.
sure. It's sometimes hard to connect, stick handling and being like, my motion's very different than their motion of playing with the puck. And it's really hard sometimes because they're asking me like, so how do I do this? And I have only one stick. So I kind of have to use my hands and kind of show what they're supposed to be doing. But I'm happy that I'm able to bring love to the game instead of just, being like, hey, this is how you're supposed to do it. And, kind of stopping at that. And I'm happy I'm able to make connections with them and build a kind of community around that. So it's really fun with that.
And what's it like seeing the teammates like gel and become friends? Like you hear so much where they're like, the juniors or the adults, they're texting each other or whatever, like strategy and stuff. Like, okay, for the next tournament coming up, like even for the novice, what's that friendship and the community like between the players?
I think really this last year, I think Trace will agree with me. The adults have especially been very aware when my kids are out, the little ones are out there, and during scrimmages or something, they're always helping guide them in the right place, giving them ideas. Where do you need to be? The community that's starting to develop more with the little kids, the juniors and adults, is getting really good.
Yeah.
And that's fun to watch
Awesome.
because there's a lot of adults that they realize, hey, I started there. I started at that level, and now they're helping out in different ways. So it's really cool to have have that on board with the adults and the juniors.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. But also, at the end of practices, they're all coming together, and it's always, making sure the little kids are always there, putting their sticks in, and everyone's saying sled wings on 3, and that's a really good thing. And then, on the side, we're just waiting to get into the game. It's like they're talking with the little kids, making sure they're having fun and really like integrating them into the group, and that's really important, I feel like. So that's really good.
I asked Brandon this too, being a parent of a novice, but what would you say to a parent who has a kid that might have some kind of disability and they're thinking about adaptive sports? What would you say to them to encourage them to try the sport, to get out there and just experience what is out there in the world of adaptive sports?
I would really just tell the parents, don't be afraid. Give your kid that opportunity. I think there are a couple of players out here that parents were a little skeptical about it and didn't know at the very beginning, but 8 years later, their kids are playing hockey still and loving it. And that's a big part of their life. So I think that's just the opportunities that Mary Freebed has for sports is amazing. I mean, not every kid that has a physical disability or anything, they don't get these opportunities like we have here. So I think just take advantage of it.
Yeah,
really.
And we're thankful too. CareLink is a partner of ours, and you guys have support a lot of adaptive sports and a wheelchair sports team. So we're thankful to you as an individual and your organization for supporting us and so many of the things we do. We can't do it without our partners.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, Trace, anything else you want to add here before we let you guys go? Just of this experience and you're a young kid and you're helping out other kids. And I mean, what's that mean to you?
It's very, it makes you humble because these kids are just enjoying it when they don't have as much as, other kids in the world do. And it's like, seeing these kids who are just enjoying life and being there. And it's like, it really makes you realize that sometimes little things that you complain about aren't as big as what, these kids have when they're only, they don't have what I have and, don't have the chances that I can have. And it's really good to be there and be like, I can support them and make them feel better about themselves while also making me more humble about things.
Leo, you got a good kid here, man. Great perspective. So
thanks to his mom, I would say.
You can't take any credit for it. So Leo and Trace, thank you guys so much for joining us on the live stream. We're going to let you guys go. And thank you everybody for watching. We are here still in the action. We got another 10 minutes left of the game. In the juniors, for the junior sled wings are out there. It is looking and sounding good. So we are going to wrap up our interview here in just a little bit. And we're going to bring in our last guest for today. We've got Kevin from the Grand Rapids Griffins Youth Foundation. He's going to wrap up our interviews today. So thank you so much for watching the live stream. Look, we've been on here for 30 minutes, and it's been fun watching this game, learning about sled hockey, and learning about the Mary Freebed Wheelchair and Adaptive Sports program. So they've got, I think, almost 40 different clinics and teams and classes that they offer, all different kinds of adaptive sports all over the spectrum. Just lots of fun, different, unique things for people to do. And a reminder, we are here at the Patterson Ice Center. This is the second day of the 2024 Griff's Sled Hockey Classic. We've got 25 teams from across the U.S. here in Grand Rapids playing. We've got from 8 different states and makes it one of the biggest in the region. And this competition is hosted by Mary Freebed's Wheelchair and Adaptive Sports. So as we're getting close to wrapping up our interview, we're going to bring in another guest here. We've got Kevin from the Grand Rapids Griffins Youth Foundation. We chatted about a month ago, I think now, right?
About a month ago at the Sled Wings game.
Yeah. So for people who are watching this that don't know what that is, tell us, what was that event that we had a month ago?
The Sled Wings played the Grand Rapids Griffins. It's a great opportunity for the Griffins to get out, and fans get to interact. Fans get to come out and try and test a sled. It's just a great opportunity to create awareness, not only for our program, for the Sled Wings and the Griffins. Great PR.
I love it. It was so much fun. I've been there so many years, and it's just great to see just all the people waiting in line to get out there and try the sled.
Over 60 this year, Chris.
Oh, that was awesome. Gosh, it's so good. So we are wrapping up this game here. The junior Sled Wings are playing, and so much of this sport in our teams are in partnership with the Youth Foundation. Why don't you just tell me what you do with the Youth Foundation and all that you guys are impacting within the world of hockey?
I'm the executive director, so I'm in charge of the program. The program was created in 1995 by the DeVosses for serving underprivileged, disadvantaged, or underserved athletes. And right now we have approximately 450. We're over 450.
Wow. That's a lot.
Players that participate in our program, either through the Youth Foundation or the affiliation that we have with the Sled Wings. It's a great opportunity, providing an opportunity for people who might not have had the opportunity if the foundation didn't exist.
And we've been talking so much about adaptive hockey, sled hockey, but you guys work with able-bodied too. Tell me about all the different ages and programs that you're offering for able-bodied hockey.
Our program that runs out of Griff's Ice House is for kindergarten through 12th grade.
People playing hockey in kindergarten.
Absolutely. It's one of our larger divisions in the program.
Really?
And it's the look on, if you were to come to the arena on a Saturday, we run all 450 kids through on that particular day. It's a zoo, but it's the smiles on kids' faces, on parents' faces, on grandma and grandpa, brother, sister that are watching are just phenomenal. And to capture that really sets the mood as to what our program does.
That's awesome. And so, to be the executive director, you are working probably lots of hours to help support these kids. What do you see? What brings you joy, watching people play hockey?
Well, this tournament started last night, and if you would have been here, for anyone that wasn't here last night, to see the skill that these athletes participate with, the speed with which they participate, and just the hockey sense, drop passes that are being made, head fakes that are being made. Paralympics this is hockey talent, period.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with whether able-bodied or not. Phenomenal play, and you see the same thing, the same goals that we have. Game is over and everyone's giving hugs and high fives.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. I hope that people will continue to come out. The tournament runs all day today and all day tomorrow, so there's still plenty of opportunity to come and see and participate yourself.
Excellent. And so if someone wants to get involved and support Mary Freebed or in the Sled Wings team or the Grand Rapids Griffins Youth Foundation, how can they get involved?
Yes, our website is www.griffinskids.org. And there's a link on the bottom if you'd like to support in any manner. If you want to volunteer, great. We always can use volunteers. If you'd like to support us financially, there are plenty of opportunities that are available for that as well.
And I've been asking all the parents and adults this, if you've got a kid who's thinking about doing adaptive sports, how would you encourage them? How would you encourage the parents, encourage the kids to give it a try?
I think there are plenty of opportunities. Again, the great one that we had just last month for testing the sled is fantastic. Otherwise, we have opportunities on Saturday. Come down to the rink on Saturday. Molly and the crew from Mary Freebed are happy to provide you with that opportunity. And if you're able-bodied and you wish to participate in the Youth Foundation, we also have opportunities available. Learn to skate, learn to play, what have you.
Excellent. Well, Kevin, thank you so much for chatting with us and talking again about the Grand Rapids Griffins Youth Foundation. We're going to wrap things up here. We'll let you go, Kevin. Thank you so much for chatting with us. So we are going to wrap things up here in a little bit. Thank you all for watching this live stream and learning about the sled wings here at the Griff's Sled Hockey Classic. We got a few more minutes left in this juniors game. If you want to come down and watch, we are at the Patterson Ice Arena Ice Center. They've got 2 rinks down here. We're also over at another location. Let me double check where that is. We got some competition over at the Eagles Ice Center, just a little distance away here. So we've got over 250 athletes that are here playing. We've got 25 teams from across the nation, 8 different states. It has been a lot of fun here today playing and chatting. We've talked to athletes, we've talked to parents, we've talked to coaches, and we're just thankful to everybody here to support. We've got a good crowd here watching. People drove from New York, people drove from Ohio, Pennsylvania, even Tennessee to come play in this tournament. So it is one of the region's largest. It's also the adult championship for the Heartland League. If you'd like more information about the Griffins Youth Foundation, you can go to the website that Kevin mentioned earlier. And also, if you want to learn about Mary Freebed, go to maryfreebed.com. You want to learn about the adaptive sports, you can go to maryfreebed.com/sports. So shout out to Maria doing on the ice cam. Thank you to Molly, the sports coordinator from the Wheelchair and Adaptive Sports Program, who helped kind of set up all these interviews. My name is Chris Mills, work on the marketing team. Thank you all for watching, and stay well.